Making the perfect grilled cheese is simple, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. I'm Matthew Francis, and I'm going to show you how to make the perfect grilled cheese. The most common mistakes that people make when they're cooking their own grilled cheese is that they have their cheese cut too thick, that they choose cheese that doesn't melt, that they don't grease up their bread, that their pan is way too hot, and that they get too impatient. And if you do any one of those steps, it can throw off your cooking grilled cheese process into a messy, haywire catastrophe. Today, to show you the process of making grilled cheese, I'm just gonna make a simple sandwich with bread and cheddar cheese, but I'm also gonna have some fun and show you a fancier grilled cheese. I'm gonna use some rye bread with some provolone cheese, feta cheese, caramelized onions, bacon, and huckleberry jam. I think all those flavors together are gonna be delicious, but I wanted to give you a classic, simple cheddar grilled cheese and something more fancy. So let's make it. Okay, so the first thing we need for grilled cheese is some bread. Here I have like a bread boule that I sliced up nice and thick. That's how I love my bread, but you can use any type of bread that you enjoy. To keep it simple, for this sandwich, I'm gonna use the cheddar cheese, and this is sliced from the store, and you can see just how thin it is. And that's really important to make sure that it melts well. And even if you stack it up, having that surface area like that will help it melt. Some cheeses just don't melt very well. They don't have a lot of fat content. However, younger cheddars and Goudas, Colby Jack, Monterey Jack, all those cheeses melt super well because they have stabilizers in them or they have lots of extra fat. And that allows it to get ooey and gooey just like you want. Okay, so now I'm gonna spread on some butter, and you want it to be soft, and you want it to go down into all the crevices here. Grilled cheese is not the time for skimping on fat and flavor. Okay, so don't be afraid to use butter or mayo on the outside of your bread. And I usually just do it on one side to start, and then when I put it in the pan, I butter on the other side. Okay, so onto my fancier grilled cheese. I'm gonna still bring in some great looking bread, and then I'm gonna put on some wild huckleberry jam. If you're making a fancier grilled cheese, sometimes the sweetness really adds a lot of great flavor. Next, I'm gonna add in some provolone cheese. And then next, I'm gonna come in with some caramelized onions that I made. A little bit of savoriness, a little bit of sweetness. And then I'm gonna put in some crispy bacon, and then some crumblings of some feta. This is gonna add some saltiness. Put in the last few pieces of provolone. And then we'll come in and close it. Okay, now I'm gonna come in with the butter on the first side, and then we're good to go in the pan. And then don't forget to put some more butter on the top, and then you wanna let it go for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been over 5 minutes, and now I'm gonna gently flip it. Ooh, perfect, look at that color. Now we'll let it go for another 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, here we have our skillet at medium heat, and I'm gonna put in the grilled cheese sandwich, butter side down. Give it a little bit of a press. And then immediately I like to come in with more butter to spread on the other side of the bread. And we'll let it go for about 5 to 7 minutes. Don't get too excited and start flipping it over multiple times, because if you do that, it's gonna be unevenly cooked, it might fall apart. And what you really want is just to put it on the skillet for 5 to 7, maybe 10 minutes. Let it go low and slow. Wait that full 5 to 7 minutes, and then look at it, peek a little bit, flip it over, and let it go for another 5 to 7 minutes. Look how amazing this looks. This is the fancier grilled cheese. Provolone, feta, caramelized onion, bacon, and huckleberry jam. I'm gonna go in to cut it. Look at how incredible that looks. Here we have our plain grilled cheese. Look how gooey that cheese is in the center. It's perfect. Just know for when you make your grilled cheese at home, these steps will work for any type of grilled cheese sandwich you make, but when it actually comes to the type of bread or the fillings or the cheeses, go hog wild, have fun. Cooking is all about experimentation and having fun. It's not about getting everything perfect. Just have a blast. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to Allrecipes. We make a ton of amazing videos that are gonna help you out in your kitchen. And don't forget to press the notification bell so you don't miss any of the great videos that we do make. And down in the comments below, tell me your perfect cheese that you would use or any other toppings that you would put into your grilled cheese. I'm always curious. I'm Matthew Francis, and I'll see you next time.